Hey everyone, welcome to Meeple Bits. Thanks for joining me today. So in this series of organizing bits, we're going to go through board games where their standard inserts leave a lot to be desired. So I went ahead and printed out some custom inserts using a 3D printer. I'll put the link in the description below in case you wanted to use these files for this game as well. So today we're going to go through Plague Inc. Let's take a quick look at what it looks like standard, and then we're going to go ahead and undo it and put in the custom work. So with that, let's go ahead and jump right in. So here's the box. Let's go ahead and open it. So once we get it open, here's what we're looking at defaultly. So the board sitting on top, no problem there. Rule books and other leaflets on top of that one. Then we've got the player boards, or the player mats, I should say, as well as the card mats, right? So all good there. Set those aside. Then we've got a lot of loose area. Okay, now here's my biggest struggle. Now, the game does come with baggies to hold the cubes. No issues with that, okay? Baggies are fine, got no problem there. But it's the cards, right? So these cards, they're just out and about. Okay, so these trait cards just are there, not really much holding them into place, not any real good organization to them. So let's go ahead and dismantle all of this. And see what we're left with. All right, now that all the components are out, here's the insert. So what we've done is we went ahead and printed out, and I'm just using a black PLA filament. So you'll notice also inside of the divots, or inside of the slots, there is some text, which I think is pretty cool. So they definitely did a good job on these files. Little slot to keep your die as well. So that was pretty cool. And then I didn't take the extra step when printing out the cube trays, okay? Because even the cube trays, let's see if I can get this to show up. There it is. So you see the word purple down in there, right? So I didn't take the extra step to print these out in a different color filament, and I think maybe on subsequent games, or if I wanted to take a little more time, I would change out the filaments, and that way you can have, instead of just the text down at the bottom, like this one does say green, there it is, the case itself would actually be the green color. So I'll probably do that in the future. So with that, let's go ahead and remove what's here. It's two separate pieces. And instead, let's go ahead and slide in our insert. Okay. There we go, like so. Okay, so got a little bit of give, right? So a little bit of room still here, but not terrible. And then slide the colors in like so. So an almost perfect snug fit, just a little bit of room. So when you're printing this, you might want to increase the scale just a little bit of one of these sections here, okay? Then with that, we're going to take the trait cards, drop them into their trait slot, and there are some divots for using your fingers to be able to pull the cards out, right? So cards are in there like so, and then there's a little divot to be able to easily grab them, all cards in one go. So I'm going to use the discard for some of it. Let's see here. We've got country cards. We'll drop those right inside of there. Good fit. Event cards, dropping them in their spot, and good to go. So now, instead of them just kind of mostly flying all over the place, they are settled in pretty nicely. And in fact, I might take the starting country cards and slide them over into the discard section here just to kind of keep them separate from the main play area, or the main deck. So I'll probably work on that as well. Then we could go through the individual cubes and take them out and then pour them in. So purple's all the way right here. So here's purple, and we could pull them out and put them in there, or we could just drop the baggies in there for just a little added protection. Either way is fine, but let's just open it up and show you guys what it'll look like. Okay. And there we have it. I know purple is probably not the best demonstration color, especially with my lighting, but slide it right in there, good to go. Now, I probably will keep them still in the baggies and then just hand out the trays so that the players can just sort of keep them, because that way the little pieces don't fly around so terribly. But otherwise, good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and put everything back into the box so that you guys can see exactly how it will look. Oh, and also last thing, sorry, the die sits right inside the little divot there. Okay, blue here and green finally here. Now, what's going to keep things in place, much like with these things, I'm done with you, is going to be the same stuff that was keeping everything else in place. So we're going to take all the rules, the leaflets, all of this, and just set it right on top like so. Put everything else in on top of that, and then the board is going to weigh it down. And then when we put the box top right back on, nice and flush. So it's easy to store either on its side or upright like a book. Either way is okay. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this Organizing Bits. Again, links in the description below. If you have any questions about this insert, maybe some advice that I would give you about printing this for yourself, leave a comment down below. I'm happy to help out. If you enjoyed the content, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks so much for watching.